Former Arizona football coach Rich Rodriguez says ex-employee tried to extort $7.5 million from him. Former University of Arizona head football coach Rich Rodriguez claims an ex-employee and her attorney tried to extort several $1,000,000 from him, threatening to go public with sexual harassment claims if he didn't pay. Rodriguez, fired in January as a lurid sexual harassment claim against him became public, accuses his ex-assistant, Melissa Wilhelmsen, of fabricating a tale of sexual harassment solely to extort $7.5 million, the same amount she now is seeking in a legal claim with the state. Attorneys for Rodriguez on Monday submitted a legal response to a notice of claim that was filed against the coach earlier this year with the Arizona Attorney General's office. Notices of claim are often precursors to lawsuits. The Republic obtained a copy of the response letter. It says Wilhelmsen's attorney, Agustin Jimenez, called the coach's attorney on November 2 and on November 4, making 3 allegations of harassment that were not true. In a follow-up email on November 8, the legal filing said, Jimenez said that it would take multiple $1,000,000 to resolve the matter. Attorneys said Rodriguez brought the extortion allegations to the attention of the university, U.S. Attorney's Office and FBI. The U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI would not confirm nor deny if they were investigating the extortion claim. The I did not respond for comment. Attorneys for Rodriguez said the extortion attempt dragged on for 6 weeks before Jimenez finally presented a demand letter for $7.5 million on December 10. The deadline for payment, according to the filing, was December 26. The day before Arizona was to play in the Foster Farms Bowl game. Demanding the payment the day before the bowl game was vicious, cutthroat, and explainable only as the ultimate threat to extort Coach and Mrs. Rodriguez of the $7.5 million, the legal filing said. Wilhelmsen could not be reached for comment, and her attorney, Agustin Jimenez, did not return calls or emails seeking comment. Rodriguez, who is married and has 2 adult children at the university, has repeatedly denied he sexually harassed his former assistant, though he acknowledged he engaged in an extramarital affair with a woman not affiliated with the university. Rodriguez's most recent legal action is the latest move to clear his name and get back into the lucrative field of college football coaching. Wilhelmsen and her husband, Jason, filed a $7.5 million claim against Rodriguez on December 28, accusing him of sexually harassing her and creating a hostile work environment. 5 days later, the university fired Rodriguez without cause. The university, in a statement at the time, said its investigation did not substantiate the claims but raised other information that caused it to be concerned with the direction and climate of the football program. That triggering a buyout for Rodriguez's contract, which ran through May 31, 2020. The 54-year-old Rodriguez had just finished his 6th year at the school. Rodriguez will receive a $6.28 million buyout from I for being fired without cause. The Wilhelmsens filed a second notice of claim that included the university on January 19. Alleging the athletic department knew Rodriguez was sexually harassing her and failed to supervise him. The claim says the athletic department is negligent and liable for the coach's conduct. The claims allege that Wilhelmsen, who worked for Rodriguez from late 2011 to August 2017, felt constant pressure to hide Rodriguez's extramarital affair from his wife. She described several occasions in which Rodriguez's actions and words made her particularly uncomfortable, including walking past her shirtless in his underwear, trying to kiss her and asking her to come to his house alone to assist him with his dog. The university conducted an internal investigation last year into Wilhelmsen's claims against Rodriguez but said they could not be substantiated based on the evidence and witnesses available. Rodriguez has retained a high-profile Phoenix attorney, Leo Beus, who represents the Arizona Diamondbacks, and is also working with Ramsey Poston, a crisis communication strategist who has done work for NASCAR. Michelle Zaru, an attorney for the Toledo, Ohio-based law firm of Shoemaker, Loop and Kendrick, is the lead attorney for the legal response to the claim. In her claims, Wilhelmsen said she, along with 2 others on the football staff, referred to themselves as the Triangle of Secrecy. She alleged the 3 were forced to lie to cover up Rodriguez's extramarital affair. But attorneys for Rodriguez said in their legal response that there was no Triangle of Secrecy. They say the 2 other alleged members of the so-called Triangle of Secrecy, Charlie Regal and Miguel Reveles, have stated to their investigators that they never used this term. No one else interviewed was aware of the term either, attorneys said in their response. Rodriguez's personal behavior toward Wilhelmsen led her first to seek, unsuccessfully, a job in another university position and later to resign her job as the coach's assistant, her claim says. Among the allegations in the claims and responses from his attorneys, her claims, the coach called her into his office in January 2017 when he began discussing his marital problems and then grabbed her, embraced her, touched the side of her breast, and tried to kiss her. She managed to pull away. His response: this allegation is fabricated, according to the former coach's attorneys. They say that in over 30 years of coaching, not one other female staff member has claimed Rodriguez sexually harassed her. This includes former female staff at Arizona, Michigan, West Virginia and Glenville State, the legal filing said. Her claim: in February 2017, Rodriguez called her into his office, and while talking she saw him grasping his penis beneath his basketball shorts. His response: attorneys for Rodriguez call the allegation is a shameless lie made up to solicit TMZ-type headlines. Her claim: Rodriguez asked Wilhelmsen to get him underwear from the equipment area. After she found a male staff member to bring them to him, Rodriguez told her how his preferred style of underwear visually enhanced his genitalia when worn. His response: attorneys for Rodriguez say these allegations are absurd and contrived. Coach Rodriguez never spoke to Miss Wilhelmsen about a preferred style of underwear or his genitalia, the legal filing said. Her claim: football players sent Wilhelmsen pictures of their genitalia via text. When she asked Rodriguez to intervene, he ignored her. His response: there was no harassing atmosphere in the football offices. The office was open to friends and family and was always a respectful environment. The coach's daughter was there most days after classes and considered Miss Wilhelmsen a friend and member of the family. As to Miss Wilhelmsen's having receiving pictures of players' genitals, she didn't raise that claim to the university, the legal response said. Her claim: a coaching assistant made a comment that when Wilhelmsen raised money for the football program, she did it by rubbing her breasts on donors. Rodriguez laughed at the comment, according to the claim. His response: the coaching assistant has denied and swore an affidavit that he ever made this comment, and Rodriguez also said this statement was not made. Her claim: Rodriguez once got so close to her that she could smell the BBQ chips on his breath. His hand then grazed her breast as he reached toward her for a hug. Rodriguez later texted Wilhelmsen to come to his home alone to help him with his dog because his wife and daughter had already left on vacation. Wilhelmsen texted the coach that she and her husband could come, but she would not come alone. "You know I love you," Rodriguez texted back, with a kissing face emoji. His response: these allegations are more distortions of a kernel of truth. The coach did ask Miss Wilhelmsen for a ride to the airport, but he didn't awkwardly try to hug her and didn't graze her breast. The legal filing said that Rodriguez remembers texting her that he may need her help with the dog later, but does not recall using that wording and no longer has this text exchange in his phone. The filing includes this footnote: he doesn't recall whether he had eaten barbecue potato chips before this discussion, and obviously doesn't know if she could smell chips on his breath. Her claim: on Wilhelmsen's last day of work on August 11, 2017, Rodriguez's wife cornered her in the office and demanded to know the truth about her husband's affair. Wilhelmsen said she apologized for not informing his wife sooner. His response: attorneys for Rodriguez say that nothing could be further from the truth. They say the coach's wife took her a cake and bought her jewelry. Reach the reporters at 602-444-8072 or ann.ryman@arizonapublic.com or 602-444-8478 or craig.harris@arizonapublic.com. Read more. Family dog goes missing after trip to Mesa groomer. Police say ESPN changes dates in Sean Miller report. Network says phone call was 2016, not 2017. What if Steve Montenegro wins the Republican primary in Arizona's 8th congressional district?